Good morning. Good morning. This is Kim Reads Urantia. Nice to see everybody. And we're going to read from the Urantia book. But first, we're going to read Light the Flame, Andrew Harvey. Okay, so this is August 13th. This is entitled The Song of the Sun, S-U-N. Excuse me. And this is by St. Francis of Assisi. St. Francis of Assisi, of course, was in Italy in the 1200s. He died in 1226. I don't know when he was born. But he was a Catholic friar. And of course, you know, he's known for loving all the animals. Franciscans order, the father of the Franciscan order. Okay. All right. Let's see what he says. Okay, the Song of the Sun. Glory to you, my Lord, for sister moon and the stars. You have made in heaven clear, precious, and beautiful. Glory to you, my Lord, for brother wind and for air and cloud and serene sky, and all the different weathers by which you sustain all creatures. Glory to you, my Lord, for sister water, who is very useful and humble and precious and pure. Glory to you, my Lord, for brother fire, by whom you illuminate night. And he is beautiful and joyful and robust and full of power. Glory to you, my Lord, for sister, our Mother Earth, who sustains and governs us and produces different fruits and brightly colored flowers and grass. So here's St. Francis recognizing the divine in all of these attributes of nature, and that they are all divine gifts to us. Our earth and our moon and wind and fire, those are God's divine gifts to us. These divine gifts to us. And we're thankful for them. And we respect them. We respect them because they are divine. They have divine essence. The water has divine essence. The earth has divine essence. And we have to respect that. And glory to God for giving us these wonderful gifts. Thank you. Okay, we're reading from paper 15, the 7 super universes, and we're on section 7, the architectural spheres. Okay, while each super universe government presides near the center of the evolutionary universes of its space segment, it occupies a world made to order and is peopled by accredited personalities. These headquarters worlds are architectural spheres, space bodies specifically constructed for their special purpose, while sharing the light of nearby suns. These spheres are independently lighted and heated. Each has a sun which gives forth light without heat. Well, then how are they heated? If they're lighted by the sun without heat. Okay. Each has a sun which gives forth light without heat, like the satellites of paradise. While each is supplied with heat, here we go, by the circulation of certain energy currents near the surface of the sphere. Okay. These headquarters belong to one of the greater systems situated near the astronomical center of their respective super universes. Okay, so this is like, we're talking about Uversa. We're talking about Uversa here, the capital of Orvanton. So, yeah. Belong to one of the greater systems situated near the astronomical center. Okay, so, and it's not, I'm seeing that it's not a thing apart from what it governs. It belongs to one of the greater systems, one of the systems that's within the framework of the thing, of the Orvanton. Okay. Okay. Time is standardized on the headquarters of the super universes. The standard day of the super universe of Orvanton is equal to almost 30 days of Urantia time. Okay. And the Orvanton year equals 100 standard days. Okay, this standard day of Orvanton is almost 30 days of Urantia time. So about a month. So about a month here is about a day in Orvanton, or in, you know, yeah, in standardized time, Orvanton time. And so then 100 months is a year. So a year to them would be like 7, 8, about 8. 1 year is about 8 of our years. Okay. Time. Okay. Right. This Uversa year is standardized in the 7th super universe, and it is 22 minutes short of 3,000 days of Urantia time. So it's almost 3,000 days. 22 minutes short of 3,000 days of Urantia time. About 8 1/5 of your years. Yeah. Okay. And that's, yeah, to me, that's like, why bother to put that in there? Yeah. So much of this speaks to, like, this wasn't written by a person, because it's just amazing. I don't know. There's so much that's of human concern that's left out, and so much that's put in there that it's like, okay, what is the marketing potential of this, information? You know what I mean? Because we're taught to think, we think like that in terms of, yeah, what's the value or the appeal of this? I don't know. Okay, we'll keep going. The headquarters worlds of the 7 super universes partake in the nature and grandeur of paradise. Their central pattern of perfection. In reality, all headquarters worlds are paradisiacal. They are indeed heavenly abodes, and they increase in material size, Morantia beauty, and spirit glory from Jerusalem to the Central Isle. Okay. So from Jerusalem is the first architectural sphere. So the next one up would be the constellation which would be Urantia. So that's bigger and more beautiful. And then up from that, is Salvington, bigger and more beautiful, right? And such and such. And all the satellites of these headquarters worlds are also architectural spheres. The various headquarters worlds are provided with every phase of material and spiritual creation. All kinds of material, morontial, and spiritual beings are at home on these rendezvous worlds of the universes. As mortal creatures ascend the universe, passing from the material to the spiritual realms, they never lose their appreciation for and enjoyment of their former levels of existence. Yep. Okay, good. Jerusalem, the headquarters of your local system of Satania, has its 7 worlds of transition culture, each of which is encircled by 7 satellites, among which are the 7 mansion worlds of Morontia detention, man's first post-mortal residence. As the term heaven has been used on Urantia, it has sometimes meant these 7 mansion worlds, the first mansion world being denominated the first heaven, and so on to the 7th. 7 heavens, right? Because there's just 7 Morontia worlds, but it's so much bigger than that. Okay. Okay, Jerusalem is the headquarters of the system, so I'm thinking it has 7 worlds of transition culture, and each of the 7 has 7 satellites. So I'm thinking of a moons of moons, because here, if Jerusalem is like a planet, or I think maybe they're saying Jerusalem itself consists of the seven different worlds, or is Jerusalem here and then there's 7 worlds outside of it? Okay. I'm not sure. Well, I think, you know what? I think that there's, let me see what that says again. Jerusalem, the headquarters of your local system, has its 7 worlds of transition culture. Okay, so that means that the 7 worlds are Jerusalem as it's written. So Jerusalem consists of 7 worlds, and each one has 7 satellites. And the first one, only the first one, has 7 satellites around it, and that's the Morontia experience. That's the mansion worlds. Okay? So that's just a little bit, the 7 mansion worlds right there. Okay? Okay. Urantia, the headquarters of your constellation of Norlaciadak, has its 70 satellites of socializing culture and training, on which ascenders sojourn upon the completion of the Jerusalem regime of personality, mobilization, unification, and realization. Okay, so Urantia has 70 satellites. So that's bigger than Jerusalem, definitely. Has its 7 worlds of transition culture. That could be read either way, you guys. I don't know. Okay, you know what? Maybe Jerusalem. I have something. I can't remember. I don't know. Okay, I'm just going to keep reading here. Salvington, the capital of Nebadon, your local universe, is surrounded by 10 university clusters of 49 spheres each. Okay. Huron is man spiritualized following his constellation socialization. And these are kind of different names here. U minor the third, the headquarters of your minor sector, Ensa, is surrounded by the 7 spheres of the higher physical studies of the ascendant life. U minor the third. So, and the other one is U major the fifth. Maybe that just suggests to me that maybe there's some development that needs to happen there, or these stops aren't as I don't know. U minor the third, U major the fifth. Because the other ones have beautiful names. This is kind of like a designation prior to the naming of this part of the thing. So just maybe there's needs to be more development at this level. I don't know. It's just conjecture, I don't know. Again, why would you make that? Why would you bother to name all these except these two? Right. I mean, that doesn't make a lot of sense from a marketing standpoint. Okay, U minor the third, the headquarters of your minor sector, Ensa, is surrounded by the 7 spheres of the higher physical studies of ascendant life. U major the fifth, the headquarters of your major sector, Splandon, is surrounded by the 70 spheres of the advancing intellectual training of the super universe. Then we get to Uversa, the headquarters of Orvanton. Your super universe is immediately surrounded by the 7 higher universities of advanced spiritual training for ascending will creatures. Each of these 7 clusters of wonder spheres consists of 70 specialized worlds containing thousands upon thousands of replete institutions and organizations devoted to universe training and spirit culture, wherein the pilgrims of time are re-educated and re-examined preparatory to their long flight to Havona. The arriving pilgrims of time are always received on these associated worlds, but the departing graduates are always dispatched for Havona direct from the shores of Uversa. Wow, yep. Uversa is the spiritual and administrative headquarters for approximately 1 trillion inhabited or inhabitable worlds. The glory, grandeur, and perfection of the Orvanton capital surpass any of the wonders of the time-space creations. Right. And because we live in the 7th super universe, we have all 3. So they're really conjecturing something else that's special for Uversa and Orvanton, because we are the only super universe that has all 3 influx of all 3 personalities, Trinity, high Trinity personalities. Okay. And also, I'm just thinking here, can you imagine, like, here, we think it's weird. Here we go to an airport and you see people from all kinds of different places. Imagine if you're walking around and there's 1 trillion varieties of different beings from all over, like the creature cantina on steroids, right? I mean, so many different kinds of beings from different kinds of experiences, and that's only 1/7 of the variety that's there. Yeah. And all these beings ascend to perfection, but while they do, they keep their individuality. Okay. Uversa is a spiritual and administrative right. I read that. If all the projected local universes and their component parts were established, there would be slightly less than 500 billion architectural worlds in the 7 super universes. 500 billion, like, created, made to order worlds. Right. World made to order. Yeah, that's cool. All right. So there's that kind of world, and then there's differentiated from that is the architectural or the evolutionary type of worlds. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. All right. And thank you very much for being with me today. All right. Bye. Have a really good day.